Good morning.
Sanibonani.
I think we can start whilst we were waiting for other minibuses to come, but I think we can start now.
Ngicabanga ukuthi sesingaqala noma kusekhona amanye amakhumbi aseza kodwa ke hayi uma ngibuka bodwa ukuthi sesingaqala.
Can we start with the national anthem?
Singaqala ngeculo lesizwe.
Thank you very much. Can I be advised? Okay. I'm told we don't have anybody from the municipality, so it means we can just start.
Ngiyezwe ukuthi akekho okhona omele umkhandlu kusho ukuthi sesingaqala.
Maybe as introduction, we've got our interpreters here.
Uma sizethula la phambi kwethu khona la phambi kulesihlalo khona also abatolikayo.
And anybody can use any language in giving the inputs as long as it's a South African language.
Ngakho uvumelekile ukuthi usebenzise noma yiluphi ulimi uma nje inqobo kuulimi olusemthethweni South Africa.
On my right, we have got our secretariat. If anybody has got any written submissions, they can be taken to the secretariat on my right.
Ngala esandleni sokudla sinabashicilelayo uma kukhona okuthile okubhale phansi ofisa ukuthi kufinyelele kwiParliament uyoletha kuleli tafula la kwesokudla.
My name is Jerome Make. I'm the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee.
Igama lami Jerome Make ngusihlalo waleli committee lesikhashana.
Sanibonani Mgungundlovu.
Greetings in Mgungundlovu.
Igama ngubheki isibongo nguHadebe nami ngimember ye committee ngiyabonga.
I am Peggy Hadebe, also a member of this committee.
Sanbonan Dumelang.
Greetings.
My name is Teboho Lwate, a member of this committee.
Nginguteboho Lwate, ilunga lale committee.
Sanibonani, I'm Diane Kohler-Barnard, also a member of this committee.
Igama lami Denet Kokola-Barnard, ngilunga nami laleli committee.
Good day, my name is Dirk Stibbe and I'm a member of the Ad Hoc Committee.
Igama lami uStiba, nami ngiyilunga laleli committee.
And we have got Thabo Mutle. It's one of the members of this committee who will be coming in now.
Siphinde sibe noThabo Mutle nayo ilunga laleli committee ozongena khona manje.
In starting, maybe we'll give the background of the bill.
Uma siqala nje mhlambe soqale silande umlando umfishane ngalomthetho sivivinywa.
Why we have this bill and what does it need to correct?
Ukuthi yini sibe nalomthetho sivivinywa futhi ufuna ukulungisa ini lomthetho sivivinywa.
I will ask my colleague here to give the background so that each one of us can understand why we are here.
Ngizocela kuza kwethu ukuthi asinikeze lo mniningwano ukuze sonke siqonde injongo yethu ukuthi yini silapha namhlanje.
Thank you so much, Chairperson.
Ngibonge sihlalo.
Umphakathi wasemgungundlovu
The entire community of Maritzburg.
finally ngize ngafika nami emgungundlovu.
Finally, I also came to Maritzburg.
Ngangigcina ngokubona e-TV inkinsela yasemgungundlovu.
I used to see it on TV and there was a famous story about inkinsela yasemgungundlovu.
Angazi noma uMr Mkhwanazi waze wayithola inkomo zakhe.
I'm wondering whether Mr. Mkhwanazi finally got back his cattle.
Kodwa asikho lapho. Today we are an ad hoc committee on the General Intelligence Laws Amendment Bill.
Namhlanje si ad hoc committee mayelana nalomthetho okuthiwa iGLEP noma umthetho ozochitshiyelwa ozolungisa ezobunhloli jikelele.
So the General Intelligence Laws Amendment Bill, in short, it's called GLEP.
Uma sifinqa ngamagama amfishane lomthetho sivivinya wezobunhloli jikelele kuthiwa uGLEP.
So we are conducting public hearings on the GLEP.
Ngakho ke silapha namhlanje ukuzozwa izimvo zenu ngalomthetho sivivinywa.
But I would also like to explain that the first advertisement was done last year, mid-December, about the public participation and the involvement of the community on this bill.
Ngicela ungazisa ukuthi isimemezelo sokuqala senziwa ngoDecember ngenyakenye ukuthi siyeza sifuna ukuzozwa izimvo zenu ngalomthetho sivivinywa.
So the public and community had an opportunity since last year, mid-December, to engage with the bill.
Ngakho ke umphakathi waba nethuba ukuthi kusukela December nyakenye maphakathi nawo naba nethuba ukuthi niucubungule lomthetho sivivinywa.
Kodwa namhlanje siphinde sabuya seza ukuzoqhuba lento ekubizwa ngokuthiwa it's public hearings, oral presentations.
And today we came to physically solicit sizwe imibono yenu kulokhu okubizwa ngi-public participation noma ukuthi sizwe ukuthi nithini ngokomlomo nina noma mazinyo.
So just to be brief and explain the background, it is common cause and well known that we are having shortcomings when it comes to our intelligence services in the country.
Umlando nje umfishane ngicabanga ukuthi sesiyazi sonke ukuthi sinezingqinamba ezikhona lapha kwezobunhloli ezweni.
The bill aims to address those shortcomings, which is why we are here today.
Umthetho sivivinywa ke ufuna ukulungisa ngqo lezi zinto eziphathelene ubunhloli ezweni ingakho ke silapha namhlanje.
In 2009, the intelligence services were restructured using what we call a presidential proclamation.
Ngonyaka 2009 ezobunhloli ke zahlelwa kabusha kusetshenziswa amandla amenyezelwa ngomengameli.
We used to have the National Intelligence Agency and the South African Secret Services. Those two agencies were amalgamated to form the State Security Agents, SSA.
Sasinezinhlaka ezimbili ezahlanganiswa kwakhiwa eyodwa okuthiwa SSA.
Unfortunately, that process was found to be irregular, to use the presidential proclamation to amalgamate two services and form one service.
Lolo hlelo ke la tholakala ukuthi alilandelanga imigudu efanelekileyo ukuthi kuhlanganiswe inhlaka ezimbili zobunhloli kwenziwe uhlaka olulodwa kusetshenziswa le presidential proclamation noma umemezela kaMengameli.
In terms of the South African Constitution, section 199, it says the president can only establish intelligence services through a legislation and not a presidential proclamation.
Umthetho ke umthetho sisekelo wezwe isigaba 199 yena uthi ukuchibiyela okunje ngeke kwenziwe ukumemezela kamengameli lolu shintsho kufanele lenziwe ukushaya umthetho.
There were several attempts through legislative amendment to rectify this, but challenges of the amalgamation continued.
Zaba khona ke inhlelo zokulungisa ke lomthetho kodwa ke inselelo zalokhu ziqhubekile.
Which is why in 2018, the president appointed a high-level review panel on the state security agents.
Ingakho ke ngo2018 umengameli wakhetha ithimba eliphakemeyo elalizohlela ezokuphepha kwezwe.
The panel made some recommendations, and those recommendations were accepted and adopted.
Ithimba ke lenza incomo ezithile ezamukelwa zaphasiswa.
Which led to us formulating this bill to rectify some of the challenges in our intelligence services.
Lokho kwaholela ukuthi ke kusehlanganise lo mthetho sivivinywa ukuthi zizolungiswa kanjani ezobunhloli ezweni.
The bill also takes into consideration the recommendations made in Zondo Commission
Umthetho sivivinywa futhi uphinde uqaphele noma ufake nezincomo ezenziwe lapha kwiCommission kaZondo.
including the Constitutional Court judgment on bulk interception.
Kanye futhi ke nesinqumo senkantolo ye Constitutional Court noma inkantolo yemthethosisekelo mayelana nokuphathwa kwe bulk information noma data noma ulwazi oluhlangahlangene ezweni.
Let me now deal with the purpose and the objectives of this bill.
Ngicela ke ukuthi ngikhulume ngqo manje nezinhloso zalomthetho sivivinywa.
The bill aims to have a professional intelligence services that will respect and uphold the constitution of the country.
Umthetho sivivinywa ke ufisa ukuthi kube khona abezobunhloli abaqeqeshiwe noma abangochwepheshe abazobe bebhekene ngqo nezobunhloli ezweni.
This is precisely because one of the findings in the high-level review panel said accountability was compromised for a very long time in the intelligence services.
Lokho kwenziwa ngezinto ezatholakala kuma-commission ukuthi abasebenza ngezobunhloli bebengesebenzi ngokusobala noma ngendlela ebonakalayo kuwo wonke umuntu.
Now, when accountability is compromised, phecelezi ngesizulu sithi kukwavula sibhuqe kwamagida sibhekane kwampunze edlemini nizongi-understanda kangcono ke ni.
Whenever accountability is compromised, people do willy-nilly, they do as they please.
That is why this bill aims to re-establish accountability in the intelligence services in our country.
Ingakho ke lo mthetho sivivinywa ifuna ukuthi bonke abantu abasebenzayo basebenze ngokungasoleki, basebenza ngolwazi olusobala nolutholakalayo uma kukhona okudingakalayo kubo.
The bill also aims to have amendments to explicitly deal with illegal orders.
Umthetho sivivinywa futhi ufuna ukuthi kube nomthetho oveza ukuthi uma kukhona inkomba ezishoyo noma imithetho oshiwoyo ongeke emthethweni kwenziwe njani.
So if someone in the intelligence services issues illegal orders, the bill seeks to criminalize such element and anyone who carries out illegal orders.
njengokuthi uma kubantu abasebenza ezobunhloli kube khona okukhipha ojuba okukhipha ithimba noma okukhipha umthetho ukuthi akwenzeke nje noma oshoyo onqumayo ukuthi akwenzeke nje kungeke emthethweni lo muntu lo makatheswe icala athathelwe inyathelo zomthetho.
Bengithe earlier on bekukwampunze edlemini, so the bill also aims to review ministers' power to also avoid interference in the administration and services.
I said earlier on, people used to do as they please. Therefore, this bill also limits the minister's power. Liyanciphisa amandla kamphathiswa womnyango ukuthi makube nemigudu nemigomo elandelekayo.
We also have in the intelligence services, the National Intelligence Coordinating Committee, phecelezi iNICOC. So the bill proposes that NICOC should be relocated in the presidency.
We also have in NICOC, what we call in NICOC, the umthethosivivinywa uthi le NICOC kufanele iyongena ehhovisini likaMengameli, iphathwe ihhovisi kaMengameli.
The main objective is for us to amend 3 Intelligence Services Acts.
Inhloso yethu ke yalomhlangano ukuthi sichibiyele imithetho emithathu yezobunhloli ezweni.
Owokuqala, it's the National Strategic Intelligence Act.
First one is the National Strategic Act.
Siphinde sibe ne-Intelligence Services Act
Owesibili kuthiwe Intelligence Services Act.
and the Intelligence Services Oversight Act.
Owesithathu Intelligence Oversight Act.
So by amending these acts, we aim to achieve the following objective.
Uma sichibiyela lemithetho emithathu nayi injongo yethu noma esiphokopholele ukukuzuza.
We are aiming at undoing or disbanding the establishment of the SSA, the State Security Agency,
Sifuna ukuchitha ukwakhiwa kwe-SSA.
and then establish the South African Intelligence Agency that will focus on domestic intelligence and be responsible for counter-intelligence and intelligence gathering functions.
Bese sakha uhlaka lobuholi oluzosebenza ukubheka ezobunhloli noma inhlalakahle ezweni ibheke nezinto ezingaba nobungozi bokushokobezi ezweni.
The bill also aims at establishing the South African Intelligence Services that will be responsible for foreign intelligence gathering.
Bese umthethosivivinywa futhi ufisa ukuthi kube khona uhlaka lozobunhloli elizobheka ezobunhloli zakwamanye amazwe angaphandle.
And importantly, the bill aims at clarifying the mandate of the 2 intelligence services that are to be established, as I've alluded to previously.
Umthethosivivinywa ufuna ukunikeza amandla kulezi inhlaka ezimbili engiqeda kuzibalula manje.
The bill also aims at re-establishing the South African National Academy for Intelligence, which will be responsible for intelligence training.
Umthethosivivinywa futhi uphinde uthi ufisa ukuthi kube khona i-academy noma isikhungo sokuqeqesha abantu abazobe besebenza ezobunhloli ezweni.
The bill will also provide a legislative mandate for bulk interception in compliance with the Constitutional Court judgment.
Umthethosivivinywa uzobe futhi ukhuluma ukuthi abantu abathatha information la egcinwe khona noma ulwazi oluqoqiwe labantu ukuthi bazolisebenzisa kanjani bagcine phi lo mthetho fanele uhambisane nomthetho osuphasisiwe kumthethosisekelo wezwe.
This will help in promoting the right to privacy.
Lokhu kuyobe kwenziwa ukuvikela ukuthi abantu ingasese labo linikezwe inhlonipho efanekileyo.
The bill also aims at providing for the regulation on cybersecurity, protection of information and intelligence gathering.
Umthethosivivinywa ukhuluma ngokuvikela kwezinto ze-cyber noma ulwazi olutholakala kwezobuxhumana nakuyiqhakaqhaka be-technology ukuthi buvikeleke ngokusemthethweni.
Lastly, it aims at providing for matters related to former members of the intelligence services.
Ekugcineni uzophinde futhi umthethosivivinyo ukhuluma ukuthi ababesebenza ezobunhloli balawuleka kanjani uma sebephumile emsebenzini bengasasebenzi.
Honorable Chairperson, that's the brief summary about why we are here and what is it that is contained in this bill. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Sihlalo ilokho nje ngokufingqiwe ebengikwethula ukuthi yini ezokhuluma ngakho kulomthethosivivinyo. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now I will get to the procedure of making submissions.
Sibonge kakhulu sengizobe senginazisa ukuthi ke sizoza kanjani ukuzoletha izethulo zethu noma izimvo zethu uzoyizwakalisa.
All contributions are significant and hold value.
Konke nizokusho kubalulekile futhi siyakudinga ukukuzwa.
However, to enhance the overall process, we kindly ask all participants to adhere to a specific protocol.
Siyocela ukuthi umaniza nizozwakalisa izimvo zenu nilandele uhlelo oluthile ezizonikeza lona.
If you wish to submit, please raise your hand.
Uma ufuna ukuzozwakalisa izimvo zakho socela uphakamisa isandla la ukhona.
Raised hands will be acknowledged and assigned a number.
Izandla ephakanyisiwe sobe sesikhomba bese sikunikeza inombolo.
A maximum of 10 participants will be accommodated in each round to ensure smooth proceedings.
Sizoqala sithathe ishumi ngokwesigamu ukwenzeka ukuthi sisebenza kahle ngononina.
Upon receiving your assigned number, please take a seat in the designated chairs according to the numerical order. These are the chairs there.
Usukhonjiwe wanikezwa inamba sizobe usucela uzohlala kulesi sihlalo esibekiwe la ulandele izinombolo ozobunikezwe zona.
Each participant is allotted 3 minutes to present their submission in a language of their preference.
Sonke isikhulumi sinikezwe imizuzu emithathu ukuthi sikhulume ngolimi ozobe ulikhetha wena.
Participants with written submissions are encouraged to submit them to the secretariat team, as I said earlier on.
Lezo ikhulumi enenkulumo ebhalwe phansi siyabakhuthaza ukuthi bazethule la kuleli office kule tafula lele njoba bese ngishile eqaleni.
The ad hoc committee wishes to thank everyone present for taking the time to take part in this public participation process on the GLAP 2023.
Ikomiti lithanda ukulibonga nonke ukuthi nibe khona nithatha ithuba nizoba ingxenye yalo mthethosivivinyo kaGLAP 2023.
Your input will contribute to a balanced and thoroughly consulted law that seeks to improve South Africa's intelligence services.
Kanjalo ke izimvo zenu ziyosiza kakhulu ukuthi ziphasise umthetho onezimvo zabantu ukwakha ezobunhloli eziqinile ezweni.
Maybe the last request, if we could focus on the bill itself.
Isicelo sogcina socela uma nizokhuluma nizokhuluma ngalomthethosivivinyo esikhuluma ngawo namhlanje.
Any other inputs are acceptable, but they will be referred to the relevant structures.
Nokunye okuseceleni kumukelekile kodwa ke sobe sesikudlulisela kwiminyango eqondene.
And once more, can we respect the 3 minutes for each input?
Gcizelele futhi ukuthi sihloniphe isikhathi unikezwe imizuzu emithathu khuluma uqede ngemzuzu yakho emithathu.
Thank you very much. We can now have hands.
Siyabonga kakhulu sisocela niphakamise izandla kabafuna ukuzophawula basho izimvo zabo.
Always there's a problem with the first hands.
sijwayele ukuba nenkinga ukuthi kuphamise izandla zokuqala.
Seemingly people want to hear what others say first.
Ngathi abantu bafuna ukuqala ukuzwa ukuthi oqalayo uzothini sonke ke bese samba ngaleyo nombolo.
Can we please have the first 10 hands?
Sicela izandla eziyishumi zokuqala.
There's a hand there, number 1.
Oqala siyakhomba.
More hands.
Ezinye izandla.
There must be some more hands.
Hayi, wozani bafowethu.
If there are no hands, then I will just pick on anyone.
Uma bengekho abaphakamisayo nyobe senginikhomba ke njengaseklasini.
Or maybe I will just start by the first row and
Noma so
everyone will come and
hamba ngolayini ngokulandelana.
okay, more hands. The second hand,
Sasibone sesibili.
more hands.
Ezinye.
Do I see number 3 somewhere?
Khona wesithathu ophakamisile lapha.
Anyone? Okay. In the first round, we only have got 2. And then that's a disadvantage because the second round we are going to have only 10.
Okwamanje kulesigaba sokuqala sizothatha ababili kodwa kwisigaba sesilandelayo sesibili sizodinga abayishumi kuphela.
And that will be the end of the meeting.
So bese siqedile ke njalo.
Can we then have hands on this first round?
Singaphinde futhi sithole ezinye izandla sise kulesigaba sokuqala.
Okay, I think we can start there.
Hayi
The
sesingaqala.
first round.
Okay, no, I'll do that. Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Okhulumayo ulindela wakantombela Sibongo,
My name is Linde Antombela.
coming from Umgeni Municipality, Ward 11.
We are Mgeni Municipality Ward 11.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngaleli thuba.
Firstly, I'll raise just a few comments about the bill.
Bengicela beka umbalwa mayelana nomthetho sivivinywa.
In the communities that we work in, especially when it comes to evidence collection,
Uma ke emphakathini esebenza kuyona uma bese kubhekwa ke udaba lokuqoqwa kobufakazi.
in particular when it comes to phone records,
Ikakhulukazi ke imininingwane yamafoni.
we find it difficult if there is such evidence linked to a particular case that affects a committee member when it comes to it being used in a court of law.
Siba nenkinga ke uma ngabe lemininingwane ethinta ke umlungu lomphakathi isifuneka noma kufanele isetshenziswe enkantolo njengobufakazi.
Based on this judgment of bulk surveillance that is not allowed by the Concord judgment.
Ngenxa ke isinqumo senkantolo yomthetho sisekelo mayelana nemininingo emkhulu noma lokabathi bulk.
So my question is, about the role of the SAPS to collect sufficient evidence when it comes to any technological gadgets linked to a particular crime.
Umbuzo wami ke umayelana neqhaza lamaphoyisa SAPS uma ngabe kusuke kuqoqwa imininingwane esuke iphathelene nezobuchwepheshe ukuze mabe kuphenywa icala.
Thank you so much again, as you've pointed out that another purpose of this particular gathering
Ngibonga kakhulu ngoba enye inhloso yaloku hlangana kwethu nithe ilokhu
that there's been identified there's been lack of accountability within the agency.
ukuthi kubonakala ukuthi kunenkinga ngezibopho kubika noma accountability kulomkhakha wezobunhloli
Especially on monies that are used or allocated to the agency.
kakhulukazi ngokwezimali esuke isabelo semali esuke sihlinzekelwe iagency noma uhlaka lolu lwezobunhloli.
So my question is, how will this bill assist accountability even to those who were in the agency before, who have misused the money allocated into the agency?
Umbuzo wami ke uthi ngabe ke lo mthetho osivivinywa uzokwazi kanjani ukuthi ulandelele nalabo ababekade bephathe ebudedengu izimali ebesasebenzela yona lo mkhakha wezobunhloli abangasekho ku phambilini.
Lastly, in closing,
Sengivala ke
we were told as ward committee members or as members of the community that there was consultation with municipal officials.
sitshelwe ukuthi ke bekhona ukuxhumana nabasebenzela umasipala njengoba sama ward committee noma imiphakathi esemawadini.
For us in Umgeni, we were told that the consultation was on the 6th of this month.
Thina ke la emngeni satshelwa ukuthi lokhu ukuxhumana kwenzeka ngomhla ka6 kuyo lenyanga
To ascertain for us to understand what is expected for us when we come here.
ukuze kuqinisekiswe ukuthi siyazi ukuthi yini elindeleke kithi njengamalungu omphakathi uma sesifike lapha.
But to our surprise, we did not even receive a written brief. We don't even receive a verbal brief as to what was expected. For us, it's just, we are just working on what we've just received here as a guideline, which is a disadvantage on our side.
Okwasiphatha kabi noma kwasimangaza ukuthi azange sithole lutho olubhaliwe noma ke sizotshelwa ke ngomlomo mayelana nokuthi umthetho osivivinywa ukhuluma ngani ukuze sizilungiselele ngaphandle ukuthi sithole lokho sesikuthola la manje okungasinikezi ke ithuba elihle lokuthi sikwazi ukuthi sibeke izimvo zethu futhi okungasisizi njengamalungu omphakathi afisa ukuthi aphawule ngalolu daba.
And also thank you again that you, as Parliament or as the committee, you have made an advertisement last year, December,
Sibonge kakhulu futhi ukuthi njengeParliament nenze isikhangiso ngonyaka odlule kuzibandlela noma ngoDecember.
but understanding the participants that you have here, sometimes the way advertisements are done do not reach this particular level of a crowd in a way it should be.
Kodwa ke ukuye kuhlupha uthola ukuthi indlela izikhangiso ezenziwa ngayo azifinyeleli kubantu laba enisuke nifuna ukuthi nithole izimvo zabo njengabantu abakhona lapha namuhla.
Thank you.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much. I think that is noted and it will be forwarded to the responsible people.
Siyabonga kakhulu lokho kubekile kuzothathwa kudluliselwe kulabo ababhekene ngqo naloko ukukhuluma ngakho. Siyabonga.
You can go ahead.
Sanibona,
Good morning.
igama lami nguLungile Zondi.
My name is Lungile Zondi.
Inkinga zami zinzima kakhulu. Ngizoyibala nje mhlambe nje zizoba u5.
My challenges or my problems are quite serious and I'm going to count them and there might be about 5.
Okokuqala angisebenzi.
Firstly, I'm unemployed.
Ngikhubazekile nginensimbi.
I am disabled and I have a steel rod in my body.
Ngihlala emqashweni. Ngiphila ngamawashingo ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngirent.
I live in a rented property and I survive by doing or offering washing services.
Umntwana uyafunda ugrade 5 eSanzwili. Idingo zakhe angiyelela ukuthi ngizenze aneliseke.
And I have a child that is doing grade 5 and I cannot be able to cope in terms of providing for the child's needs.
In case mangenzeka nje ngoba isimo sami siyaphuthuma ukudla asibe nakho endlini ngicela into engangiphuthuma nomntwana uthi sithole ukudla like ama food parcel cause ngikhulela la emqashweni akukho kwake kwasakimi ukuthi ngithole into eyi food parcel.
Ngiyacela if ungaba I really request, because my situation is severe such that we don't even have something to eat, if maybe there can be an arrangement so that I can be able to get something to eat for myself and my child. And also to indicate that I've never received any assistance in terms of things like food parcels and so on.
Ngajabula kakhulu uma isicelo sami singamukeleka ngokusheshsha cause ngaya nakuma dietitian isimo somntwana asikho right ngihamba inkosi Albert Lithu umntwana odokotela ba discover ukuthi umntwana unesifo samathambo arthritis ngiqale ukuhamba inkosi Albert idate i3 July ngo2023 saphindela nge2 October 2023 sesiphindelile inkosi Albert nange2 November siphindelile manje nge29 January ngihlangabezana nezinkinga eziningi ukuthi ngihamba nanomntwana singenakho ukudla akekho ongiprovide ngomphako uma ngifika lapha enkosi Albert ngicomplain ukuthi silambile lo mntwana asinakho ukudla amanesi ayangithithisa ukuthi ingane yayihola igrant.
I also, my child was also diagnosed by a dietitian with arthritis. I've been to, and I take the child to Inkosi Albert Luthuli Hospital, and I've been there 4 times. And with all my struggles, I have to provide transport for us to go there. And when we get there, if I complain to the nurses that we do not have something to eat, I then get scolded by the nurses saying, why am I not feeding the child? And I can't feed the child because I do not have money, or I am unemployed, or I don't have sufficient or efficient employment that can provide for us in terms of food.
Kade ngisaqalile lapha eDindele Hospital ukuthi banginike into esoyidla nomntwana ngiattendile ama dietitian anginikeza iphalishi kwaba ikathathu uma ngiphindela eGateways ngithi ngiyolanda bathi ngeke zonke usalithola iphalishi usulitholile kathathu ekubeni icondition yomntwana ingakabi right.
I went to a hospital, local hospital, where I met dietitians who then prescribed that the child should be given a certain type of porridge, which is sustenance. Unfortunately, I was only given that 3 times, and when I went the 4th time, I was told I cannot get any more because I had received it 3 times already.
Ngajabula uma ngathola mhlawumbe olunye usizo oluphuthumayo nje ngalonyaka ke nathi isimo nomntwana ke sibe right.
I'll be very happy if I can receive some form of assistance, at least for this year. Our situation may be turned or gets better for me and my child. Thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Maybe I need to explain that even if some of these inputs are not directly into GLAB, we will write a report on them and send them to the relevant structures.
Ngicela nje ukucacisa ukuthi noma ngabe ezinye izethulo enizenzayo zingahambisani noma singakhulumi ngomthetho lesize ngawo namhlanje ngqo, kodwa enikushoyo sizokuthatha sikubhale phansi sikwenze kube umbiko sikuthumele eminyangweni efanele ukuthi ibhekane nawo.
That was the first round. We are getting to the second round.
Bekade ku
We've got
sonokuqala sesiya kwesibili.
number 1 there.
Sinesandla sokuqala.
Can we have number 2?
Sicela wesibili.
Number 2? Okay. Can we have hands?
Sicela izandla bakwethu abafisa ukuzokhuluma la phambili.
We've got number 2 there. Can we have number 3?
Besicela wesithathu.
Do I see number 3 somewhere?
Ngabe khona owesithathu engingamboni aphakamisa isandla ngisibone sizomkhomba.
Maybe I need to explain once more that all we are here for, number 3,
Nasi sisithathu isandla sivela.
all we are here for is to listen to your inputs, and it's not for us to answer questions.
Mhlawumbe ngicacisa ukuthi silapha nje sizolalela imibono yenu noma izimvo zenu hayi ukuphendula imibuzo.
Okay. Do I see number 4?
Ngabe khona owesine.
Number 4? Do we have number 4?
Sicela owesine.
There we have number 4. Still have got a chance of raising your hands.
Lisakhona bakwethu ithuba lokuphakamisa izandla sizobeka imbono yethu.
Okay. We can continue.
Sizoqhubeka nalaba abakhona njengamanje.
Sanibonani,
Greetings.
ngibingelele ikomiti
I would like to greet the committee
nomphakathi
and the community
wonke.
at large.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Kunoma igama lami kunguhlengiwe wakandlela emngeni.
Thank you very much.
Ward committee ka Ward 10
Thank you very much. My name is Hlengiwe
Ndlela
Ndlela from Umgeni Ward
10.
10.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ward committee. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi namhlanje nisibize njengomphakathi sizoba ingxenye
We are
ya
very,
le bill.
we are very grateful that you have come to us as the community so that we can also participate in the processes that regard this bill.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu futhi ukuthi ngicabanga ukuthi le bill izowenza umehluko emphakathini yethu kumathuba omsebenzi ngoba umsebenzi awukho kakhulu iwona nto entule kakhulu kulesi sikhathi siphila kusona.
I believe that this bill will have a significant contribution in our community in terms of creating employment opportunities because employment is a bit or it's very scarce in our communities.
Siyabonga kakhulu lo mthetho ngiyawuphasisa.
I do support the bill, thank you.
Ngiyawuphasisa kakhulu lo mthetho ngoba uzosilekelela kakhulu ngempela. Ngiyocela ukuthi ke uma ngabe seniqala mhlambe senicabanga senizenza izinto zenu nikhumbule i-youth ngoba iyona i-youth enenkinga kakhulu futhi abantwana bethu bafundile kodwa bahlele emakhaya abasebenzi.
I would also like to support the bill with this following caveat that when you go back as the committee and deliberate on our inputs and getting into the business of making the bill a law, you consider the youth because a lot of our youth in this area in our areas are unemployed.
Ngoba ngizwile lapha makade sachaza ubaba lo oshe esho ukuthi ke kufunakala ochwepheshe.
I heard during the summary of the bill, the purpose of the bill, when it was explained by the honorable member, that there will be also a requirement for people with technological skills.
Besicela ke nathi njenganabantu besifazane ukuthi ukona konke nizokwenza sibe ingxenye yakho. Ngiyabonga.
And also I would like to request that also us as women be considered in everything that is being done pertaining to the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyabingelela
Greetings
kuwo wonke umuntu okhona endlini.
to everybody in the house.
Igama lami nguBabalwa wakwaNgodlo isibongo.
My name is Babalwa Ngodlo.
Ngihlala kaDambuza kwingxenye yaka Ward 11.
I live at Ward 11 Dambuza.
Ngiyimember ke ye Ward Committee endaweni yangakithi.
I'm a member of the Ward Committee in our area.
Ngilapha ngizonezezela kwikomiti ukuthi siyabonga kakhulu ngaloku enisele nako. Futhi nginesikhalazo nenhlizweni yami ngoba kuyisidingo esibaluleke kakhulu ukuthi umphakathi ufike uvele uzozwakalisa izikhalazo nezimvo zawo ngemthetho ekhona.
I would like to thank the committee for affording us this opportunity to come forward, but with a complaint that when the community has to come and make inputs around bills that are existing at the time,
Ngiyakhalaza ngendlela impela ekumenyezelwa ngayo ngalento ngoba ubaba uchazile ukuthi imemezelwe ngoDisemba. Kodwa manje njengoba sesilapha kuvuka ukuthi kumina ukube besiye saba nesikhathi kuningi besizokuprepareisha sifike nako. Kodwa manje sesizwa isikhathi sesisincane.
my complaint is around the advertising of the gatherings, the public hearings, as it was also mentioned by the honorable member earlier on, because that would have helped us then to be able to come and make meaningful contributions today.
Sihlala emphakathini enobudlova kakhulu enabantu ababukelana phansi bebodwa, and even siye emaphoyiseni abantu bayasaba even ukuvela nobufakazi ukuthi cha mina ngiyazi ukuthi la kwenzekeni ngenxa yokuzizwa singaphephile nangenxa yokuswela ulwazi ukuthi wena njengomuntu use South Africa uvikeleke kangakanani.
We live in very violent communities, and as a result, people are afraid to come forward and report cases. Even when we go to the police, it becomes very difficult for those cases to be investigated. And as South Africans in general, we are very concerned about our own safety as community members.
Ekuvikelekeni kulolu hlelo lamafoni ke kuvidorizwe izinto ezibucayi engafanele ngabe ziyavela to the public, ezifanele ngabe zivela eminyangweni efanele, kodwa abantu abafundisekile abazi bazenzela ngokuthanda benza ngokudlova nangokuhlukumeza.
Also, when it comes to cell phones, you'll find that there'll be videos that are recorded on cell phones, which are of a very sensitive and graphic nature, which then get distributed anyhow. And I think people need to be educated around the laws that govern such.
Mina nje ngiyilunga la kaDambuza ngiyacela ukuba iParliament malingagcini la, malisondele kubantu futhi malenze ama-class lizohabulisa abantu ngokuvikeleka nangokubaluleka kokuhloniphana nje ezintweni ezibucayi kangaka nanokufundisa ukuthi uma usuhambela wafika la kurongi abantu abangahlukumezani bebodwa.
I also would like Parliament and urge Parliament to continue to come and consult with communities and educate communities about the do's and don'ts when it comes to even treating one another as community members, so that people will have a better understanding of how they need to relate with each other in communities.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sanibona.
Greetings.
Igama nguThulani Kumete Sibongo.
My name is Tulani Kumete
Phuma ka Ward 1 Maqonqo under Umkhambathi Municipality.
from Umkhambathi Municipality, Ward 1.
Sibonge kakhulu ngeParliament ukuthi lifike ebantwini kodwa sinokuphoxeka okukhulu.
We are very grateful that Parliament has come down to us as the people, but we are very disappointed at the same time.
Ngoba besinethemba njengoba sithola ukuthi ike yahlala into ngoDisember ukuthi mhlawumbe izofika kuthina earlier ngoba sibe no in 4 days ukuthi prepare ukuthi siza la.
I thought maybe because there was an announcement in December, there will be other follow-ups because we only had 4 days to prepare to come here.
Isithule engase ngisibalule kakhulu ekuhlaleni esihleli.
My submission when it comes to our social life where we live,
Ngizoxola kakhulu nje emphakathini nakuyithina abantu abakhubazekile.
I will talk to issues affecting the community and us living with disability in particular.
Sinenkinga endaweni esikuyona ngenxa ye-police station ekude nathi uma sineyinkinga kufuneka sitravel ibanga elide ukuze sikwazi sidlulise ukuhlukumezeka kwethu.
We have a serious problem when it comes to reporting cases of abuse that are perpetrated on us as community members because our police station is very far and it's not accessible, easily accessible to us.
Kwesinye isikhathi uthi uyafonela khona e-police station ile line yakhona uthi ayisebenzi.
Sometimes when you try to call the police station, you'll find that the landline is not operating.
Uthothi kwenzeke icala khona endaweni umuntu kuyena osuse ukuhlukumeza omunye kubuyena oba ne transport uthi akwazi ukufinyelela eqala e-police station wena omhlukunyeza ungakwazi ukufinyelela tholakala ukuthi uwena osunecala ngoba ufike eqala kunawo.
You'll find instances where the perpetrator, because they have access to transport, they will commit a crime and then rush to the police station and report first, and then you, the victim, then becomes the perpetrator, and the perpetrator then is then protected.
Mrs. Tanda ukuphoxeka kakhulu kuhulumeni ke ngokuthi abantu abakhubazekile ngathi akabathatheli serious ngoba khona ezinye izinto ekufanele ngabe siyasizakala ngazo kodwa sikuthola ukusizakala.
And also, I believe and I am convinced that the government does not really care about people living with disabilities because there are certain resources and interventions that should be made to assist us, but that is not being done.
Sibuyele nje emathubeni okuthuthukisa komuntu okhubazekile ngakokomsebenzi private sector nakhona khulumeni uqobo abatholi ukuqasheka ngokuphelele.
Looking at issues like skills development for people living with disability in both the private and public sector, it's not happening, and employment also is not happening at a rate that is acceptable to us.
Kuzoba nakhona futhi ekuhlaleki njengoba sazi ukuthi umuntu okhubazekile siyakholwa ukuthi uhulumeni unayo imali ayibekayo eceleni ukuthi kwakhelwe abantu abakhubazekile izindlu kodwa asizazi sigcina ngokuzizwa kodwa siyazama ukuthi zitholakale kodwa ifinyelele emantwini.
And also in terms of the social situation, we know that government puts aside money or budgets money to build houses for people living with disability, but we never get to see where these houses end up. We know these houses are being built in our name, but they're never accessible to us.
Siphinde sibe ne challenge with public transport.
Kuzoba ke, we also have a challenge with public transport.
Ngibonge kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
I was just thinking because I see people outside there, if we can shift these chairs to somewhere here and then use the space in there for those people that are outside, wouldn't that maybe, can't we take the 10 this side? Hmm? This, ne? So it can't work. Let's try and take those chairs this side and move the people inside. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. And then we use this space for those people that are outside. I see people are still coming in.
Bengicela ke sivulele isikhala ukuze abangaphandle bakwazi ukuthi bangene bahlale kusona lesikhala lesi ngoba ngibona ngathi kusanabantu abasangena.
Would that need a 5 minutes break?
Ingabe mhlambe lokho kuzodinga ukuthi sithathe ikhefu mhlambe lemzuzu emihlanu.
Whilst people are still organizing themselves, can we have a 5 minutes break?
Walami kalindiyeleni Bele bafana kalindiyeleni Bozela Walama nindiyeleni Ibizeni nkosi Sebanitali Bozela Dale nshaya mayetu nyano nyano Yemama yintula ngathanoni Dale nshaya mayetu nyakilandelana Yemama yintula ngathanoni Ungibiyelena ningibiyeleni Bele bafana zalithengela ibhozela Haiti, uyanimisa ubaba wesempeli Wabishuza talente Shaya maiti, shaya ingoma Haiti, maiti, uyanimisa ubaba wesempeli Wabishuza talente Shaya maiti, shaya ingoma Haiti, maiti, uyanimisa ubaba wesempeli
Asithathe thuthana kulate igajena sami shonwa nkabi
Ulesingisi sithanda sami jabulisa wena Ulesingisi lakho njengamehla kodwa Ulesingisi sithanda sami jabulisa wena Ulesingisi lakho njengamehla kodwa Awuqala sengoma sesingisi Abantu bayethula
xoxe ngothando lwethu. Dali, wait a minute. Phela matata. Download this thesis. Xoxe ngothando lwethu. Elisingisi. Ithi I love you. Como saba. Zosikhipha ngamakhala. Elisingisi. Mama I love you. Como saba. Zosikhipha ngamakhala.
Can we please get direction? We have requested another speaker outside. So there's a speaker outside. Those that are sitting outside would be covered. Can we get an indication of are they all in? So we normally need but the speaker, let the speaker just remain there for those that are still coming.
Bese sihleleke ne speaker ukuthi sibe lapha ngaphandle ukuze abangaphandle bakwazi bezwe ukuthi kukhulunywa kuthiwani. Kodwa ngoba sebengaphakathi bonke kade bengaphandle abafika usho ukuthi sebehlala khona bese bekwazi balalele ukuthi kuthiwani nabo.
I think we had two more people who were only one. And where do other people sit as they come? Because I'm going to take more hands now.
Siselele nomuntu oyedwa bekufanele ukuthi akhulume ekuqaleni kodwa ke bengicela ukuthi sibeke ihlalo ukuze anabanye abasafisa ukukhuluma bakhulume ngoba ngisazovula ithuba lokuthi kuphakamisa abantu izandla.
Can we then continue with the speaker on the podium?
Greetings.
Ngibingelele ikhulu zami ngaphambili ngibingelele nomphakathi wonke okhona la ngaphakathi ehall.
Greetings to the members of the honorable members of the committee in front of us and everybody inside the hall.
Okhulumayo uvuno kaMlaba oqhamuka eMo Impofana okaWard1.
My name is Vuyo
Vuno kwakhe.
Vuno kwakhe
Mlaba.
Mlaba from Mo Impofana Ward 1.
Ngithanda ukuphoxeka kancane ngokuthi beke si brief makuthiwa mhlambe kunento ezoba kanje.
I'm a little disappointed because we usually get briefed when there's going to be such events.
Okay, ayibese ngiqhubeka. Umthetho muhle impela siyavumelana nawo. Kodwa sinengqinamba ethile ukuthi uzoshayeka impela lo mthetho kodwa ama border gate mesavuleke kanje nabafowethu laba ekuthiwa abangaphandle odadewethu angiboni ukuthi mhlambe ngenzeka kufanele kuqale kuphuculule yabona kuqala.
As I proceed, I would like to say I do support the bill with these concerns though. One is pertaining to our porous borders and the influx of foreign nationals as we have such a high number inside. I would say the bill can be passed and become an act, but I think it will not be effective until we clean up our house and make sure that we start on a fresh slate or a fresh page.
Okunye bese ngibeka lokho ukuthi akuphinde kuqinwe labafowethu ekuthiwa odadewethu ekuthiwa amaphara abagcwele izwe lonke.
And also I think we also need to clean and deal with these people that are referred to as paras who are everywhere in our country.
benza ubugebengu ongakazi uzukubone la eSouth Africa behlangene nayo igenge le yangaphandle.
And they collaborate or collude with foreign nationals to commit very heinous crimes.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will open up for more hands.
Ngizovula ithuba lezinye ke izandla.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in that order.
Ngizocela nilandelane ngokwezinombolo zenu enginikeze zona.
Okay. Are we at 7, 8, 9? Another hand? I see we still have got chairs there. Can we give them chairs?
Besicela sibanikeze ihlalo besalinde ukukhuluma bahlale phansi.
We still have got a lot of chairs there. Are we at 9? Another hand?
Sicela isinye isandla. Siphakamise.
The last one.
Esokugcina ngci.
There we have. Okay. The interpreter. Otherwise you will be fired. Okay, the floor is yours.
Siyabonga baba. Akwe ngibingelele ikhulu zethu ezisihambele igama lami ngucela impilo wakamthalane oqhamuka ngaphansi kwamasipala umkhambathini kaWard 1.
I'm Cela Impilo Mthalane from Ward 1 Mkambathini. Greetings to all our guests.
Into ke engizoyikhuluma ngayo mina ayinkulu. Ngizokhuluma ngendaba yamanzi.
Issue that mine is not that big, is minor. I'd like to talk about water.
Sinenkinga yamanzi endaweni zasemakhaya.
We have a water crisis in our rural areas.
Siyacela mhlambe iParliament lizama ukusibhekela kuma district magziwa komasipala mayelana namanzi.
We request Parliament to intervene at district level on the issue of water.
Amanzi nje asinawo emakhaya.
We don't have water in our homes.
Kodwa lina mihla namalanga abantu bayamuka.
Yet it rains every day and people get washed away.
Kodwa amanzi asinawo. Siyacela ukuthi nisilungisele indaba yamanzi.
We don't have water. Kindly sort out the water issue in our areas, please.
Iloko nje bengizokhala ngako Nkosi yami. Amanzi njoba nilapho nje niphuza amanzi.
That's just my humble request. I see you are drinking water there. Water is everything.
Ngiyabonga Nkosi yami.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Igama lami nguNonkululeko ngwakanzama.
I am Nonkululeko Nzama.
Ngiyilunga loboli boYCL provinceni yaKwaZulu Natal. Le YCL
Okay.
Young Communist League. Yes.
I'm a YCL member in KZN.
Yes, ngisuka khona la eMoses Mapita region okuyiPeter Maritzburg.
From this very Moses Mapita region in Maritzburg.
Unfortunately ke angigcine ngizwa ngisamari ebill but ngifisa ukwazi ukuthi njengoba iSouth Africa inama policies amahle kangaka
Unfortunately, I missed the summary of the bill. Yes, I acknowledge South Africa has got a very good policies
anga implementiwe
that are not being implemented.
or rather okuzamayo ukuthi implement but agcine nga implementanga
We do acknowledge attempts to implement, but ultimately they are not.
lena ke sizokhuluma ngayo namhlanje izo implementwa kanjani how are we going to make sure that it's there it's outside
This very one we're discussing, sizoqiniseka kangakanani ukuthi misipasisiwe izokwenziwa.
phinde ngibuza ukuthi sizoqinisekisa kanjani ukuthi umphakathi
I also would like to know how are we going to ensure that our communities and our trust
ngale policy entsha ngale bill entsha lekuthi izo implementwa
with this proposed bill on the table.
ngenxa yezimo esibhekana nazo makuthi siya khona ama police station siyovula amacala noma siyawafonela amaphoyisa agcine engafikanga
Particularly whenever we open cases or when we call our police stations around, but the police guys never show up.
mefikile ama dockets ayanyamalala
Even if when they come to assist you, the next thing you hear, dockets have disappeared.
soqinisekisa kanjani ukuthi lo mthetho uzohluka ngoba le khona isifailile
How then are we going to ensure that we're gonna get a different experience because the current laws that we have dismally failed?
okunye okulandelayo engifisa ukukubuza ukuthi njengoba kunama rape cases amangaka
Another issue that I would like to ask is the number of rape cases we have.
umthetho yini ubalahla abantu besifazane
Why is the law failing on our women?
why is the law failing the LGBTQIA+ community
Yini umthetho uhluleke kulaba abathanda nana nobulili obufanayo noma LGBTI?
ogogo bethu emakhaya bayahlukumezeka how is this going to be different
Even our grandmothers are being failed by the law. Lo mthetho ke uzohluka kanjani ke wona?
around Pietermaritzburg there are high institutions around those high institutions there's high crime rates
Lana eMaritzburg kunezikhungo zemfundo ephakeme omakhelwane balezo ikhungo kinobugebengu obukhulu nje kulezo indawo.
kade sikhala uphi uhulumeni nomthetho
We've been crying, saying, where is our government? Where is the law?
umphako ke esengicela ukuthi ngaphela nihlala nonke lapha ya cela nisikhulumene nge-free education students are hungry ngiyabonga
Your takeaway is that please do resolve on free education. Abafundi balambile.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
Ngithanda ukubingelela kubavakashi bethu.
Greetings to our guests.
Mina Mina engizokhuluma ngakho ukuthi kumayelana nama EPWP.
I'll be talking about EPWP.
Into enginesikhalazo ngaso ukuthi asinakiwe.
My complaint is that no one is actually looking after us.
Kukhona abakusukela ngoOctober baqala ukusebenza kuze kube manje bakaze bahole.
Others started working in October, even up until today, they haven't received a single salary or wage.
Okunye ngicelayo bandla ukuthi ne kuma-nyuvesi special iZululand.
Another thing that I would like to ask is that in our universities, particularly University of Zululand,
Bengisacela ukuthi kuyona ke nisukume niyoyibheka ngoba manje engathi i-corrupt kakhulu.
I would like you just to look closely into it because I think the levels of corruption are escalating.
Ngoba ingane ziyayithola i-offer mase kufuneka ziye khona kuthiwa sekugcwele zingayitholi ikhala.
Applicants will get offers when they apply, yet when they're supposed to go and register, then they're told it's full.
Phinde futhi ngize kuma EPWP ngendaba yomholo kukhona abahola u230 a day kukhona abahola u130 abanjani labo ngoba benza umsebenzi owodwa.
And also on EPWP, others are paid 130 rand per day, others 230 rand per day, yet doing the very same work.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
Ngibingelele nami kwivasha zethu igama lami ngolwazi wakanyide a member in good standing ANC youth league at Ward 33.
Amlwazi Nyinde, ilunga eliqondile le youth league lapha ku what?
33.
What 33?
All right, okwami ke because I want to avoid into tautology ngiqhube into nesezigeza submitwa before. But I really want to stress on the issue ama foreign nationals.
I won't repeat what has been said before, but I'll just wanna emphasize on the issue of the influx of foreigners.
Into esi-observayo as abantu base-South Africa is that i-cry seyiloku yabakhona ukuthi we do not need these people because balutha from i-economy yethu and also destabilize i-currency yase-South Africa.
What we have heard from the people, from the masses, is that we all agree that these people are looting the economy and they are actually exacerbating our infrastructures.
But umthetho sisekela wakaze usikhombisa ama measures wathathayo in action uku-addressa the situation.
But we don't see the constitution responding to such challenges.
Bese on general issues because usihlalo beke wa-outline ukuthi uzothatha ama-submissions then awathumele on relevant structures.
Another point on general, as Chair alluded, that they are here to register concerns and they will refer them to relevant offices.
Usiso beke wa-submita la before myself uke wathinta a critical issue ekhulumisana nama-institution.
The speaker before me covered this critical issue on tertiary institutions.
Mhlawumbe it's important that we submit ukuthi into futhi ephinde yenze ukuthi sibe nabantu abangaka abasha ababa amaphara. It's because they have a lot of time ezandleni zabo.
One of the main contributor why we have the so-called paras in such a big number is because we have a lot of young people idling around without anything to do.
Why not in South Africa or parliament intervene ekuthenini asekhona siyawabona ama universities lawa khona but anzi wakudala kakhulu iphenye building ezoba khona sithi no thina during our time kwavuka le university and it's helping people of South Africa.
We do have a number of universities, we acknowledge that, but the population is growing, the number of young people is growing. The present day government, what new universities, where are the new universities that you are building to say this is the new that we achieved in the new dispensation?
Also bese kuba khona enye strategy esasetshenziswa in one of the cities in KZN.
There's another strategy used by one of the cities in KZN.
In addressing lento yabantu abasha abahlala emigaqweni abantu abasha sebephenduka amaphara
To address all the young people on the streets who have turned into some drug addicts.
To eliminate threat basebenzisa lento yokuthi let's engage ama stakeholders of each and every ilontuzana abantu abanama businesses in our cities so that sizokwazi ukuthi labantu laba mabakhokhela abantu abazohlala emigaqweni bagade lento yamaphara bawaxoshe from cities.
They then ended up coming with a strategy that will include the local businesses as stakeholders who would employ people to infiltrate these street people so that you manage and ultimately get rid of the entire operation.
From where I'm standing, view, I'm this is the best way to address lento because it also creates some opportunities for abazali bethu abangasebenzi abahleli
My
emakhaya.
own personal view is that this it's a great strategy to dismantle this crisis and also to create job opportunities for our parents who are sitting at home unemployed.
So I submit siyacela ukuthi iParliament mhlawumbe nomthethosisekelo wase South Africa uke kubhekelele kuma strategies asetshenziswa in communities ube more involved uletha ama programs and also nama camps azostrainela abantu in becoming ama civilians are right and not ama danger to society. I submit.
And I submit that the parliament adopt working strategies in our communities so that also, that parliament also look at ways and means to train our young people so that they add value in the society than becoming a danger to the society. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
So now, I would like to greet you all. My name is Vuselelo Mthembu from Ward 5 in Umsunduzi municipality. I'm also a student in the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Unfortunately, I won't be needing an interpreter. This side, I'll just move in English all over because we're submitting to you. We're not on oral presentations. I'll only need this person. Thank you so much.
I don't think it works that way. It definitely doesn't work that way. He will be interpreting in isiZulu as you talk in English.
No, it's fine. It's never an issue, that thing. The first thing with me is that, number one, if I'm not mistaken,
Okokuqala nakhe ngifuna ukubalula uma ngingakhuluma iphutha.
This program is very much huge for this people. You see now umphakathi wakaDambuza, because it's interpreting. So now umphakathi wakaDambuza, it's a very huge but yet impactful community. You see, number one, we've got local places like Kwapata, like Iwambali, very huge rate of crime.
My concern is that this hall is too small to discuss this bill. There is areas, neighboring areas like Kwapata and Dambuza with a very high concentration of crime.
Now it's not your mistake. It's a municipal mistake. Yesterday we were here
Siyazi akusilona iphutha lene lomkhandlu besilana thina izolo
with majority members of this community, and this sitting was never communicated, and the municipality was supposed to organize a very huge place or even a ground, a sports ground, so that it can accommodate many people and advertise it properly. So because this thing, there's someone who's at home who could have raised a very much important opinion or voice towards this bill amendment.
Besilana nomphakathi izolo sibaningi asitshelwanga ngalomhlangano. Futhi kufanele ngabe kusitholelwe indawo enkulu noma iground la sizobizelwa khona abantu abasekhaya bebezophawula la into ebalekile abalitholanga lelo thuba.
Now, as a result, this then makes you guys seem as if you are focusing on your salaries other than service delivery, because yourselves, you are very much your jobs are important to us. Now, you organizing just a mere less than 200 people, it means it seems as if you are lessening the number of voices so that you can just cross over and nidlule nje.
Leli holo linveza kabi nenza ngazuthi nisebenzela nje ukuthi nihole ninake imiholo yenu kuphela niqoqa nje abantu abancane abawu 200 isidingo sisikhulu sisingaka.
But however, we would like to thank the leading party, the African National Congress, that this initiative is actually being implemented.
So cela ukubonga ukhongolose ukuthi ke kodwa nifikile neza nazo silalela.
So now, my first point in my 1 minute.
Iphuzu lami lokuqala ke kumzuzu wami wokugcina.
Thank you. Now, on these engagements,
uma nizokhuluma nathi ngalolu hlobo,
last set deadlines, because now we have attended many amendment bills. Let's set deadlines first before we move.
Cela sinikeze insuku ukuthi nizobe senibuyela ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi ngoba kudala sidingida lezi ichibiyelo.
So now what happens is that issue is that We need feedback on these engagements, what has happened, what has not happened, what can you do, what can you not do, honesty.
Sicela nibuyele kithi ukuthi kulokho esikushilo yini enizokwenza ikuphi engeke nikwenze kwenzakaleni ngempela.
Then now, we'll have the first submission also again. So now I submitted an opinion, which Boylan Pelactin, and now I'm going to my first point now, which is accountability on our leaders. Now, we have leaders who only focus on leading and not accounting to people.
Sinabaholi abagxile nje kuphela ekuholeni kodwa bangagxilile ukuthi babuyele ebantwini bayobatshela ukuthi nakho esikwenzile.
Now, they also have a specific mthetho, a specific law that speaks to our leaders. Those ones deployed, I'm speaking about a minister, your MEC, your councillor, your everything. That's have laws that speak specifically to them. Listen, those leaders, they're not ordinary people. They're leading society. The difference, there's them, there's us, general people. Now, the same law that applies to these people applies to them as if they're ordinary people. It's impossible. You can't apply the same law to myself and the president of the country. It's impossible. Now let's have laws that speak specifically into leaders in high positions, because there's a difference. Firstly, the difference, they are leaders who are general people. As we are general people, there's a gap. In that gap, we can't be treating us as if we are all general people. They are leading. They must have their own specific terms of law. For instance, there's a president, a former president of this country, who has committed many crimes, but the law and the system has been protecting him. So now, can you please just focus on those who has led and those who are leading?
Sicela kube nomthetho okhuluma ngokusobala ngedeployment. Nina abasebenza ukuthunywa eParliament ngokupolitiki. Ngoba sihlukile nina enilapha eshaya umthetho nathi esilapha phansi njengamanje nje sinomengameli owayephethe izwe onamacala amaningi akabopheki ngani ngoba umthetho ayisebenzi.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Now, to allude on that one, we need that guy arrested. He stays there in Nkandla, we know him.
Simdinge boshiwe lo muntu olapha eNkandla.
Now, on this one again, I'm passing to a second point. You must prepare your pens also.
Nanti iphuzu lami lesibili.
On artists.
Kumagago ethu noma kumaciko ethu.
Now, there's this thing of copyrights.
Khona lento kuthiwa i-copyright noma
fair use and fair dealing.
Ukuthi ngisetshenziswe kahle umsebenzi wami noma ngikhokheleke kahle ngawo.
See now, majority of our popular artists in South Africa, they die hungry, they die poor. All of them. It's impossible.
Iningi lamaciko ethu ezweni lethu ashona elambile ashona ehlupheka. Kwenzeka kanjani bedume kangaka?
See now, umsamo wasekhaya nomsamo wakini awufani yabona yini. But it's impossible sonke imsamo yethu imnyama. It's impossible. All artists, they die poor, they die young. Why? Simply because they are being exploited by the industry itself. Now the industry does not lead itself. Unfortunately, I happen to be a chairperson of this region of artists. No, so now I'm very much familiar with this thing. So we've got artists who come, they pop up, but then when it comes to getting to earning in terms of their talent, it's impossible. They don't earn. They earn nothing. They earn zero. Understand? So now, in that copyright bill,
can you give him a chance to interpret?
Sicela kube nomthetho ovikela amaciko ethu ngani ngoba amaciko ethu anetalente kodwa awaholeli italente lawo. Ngiyazi ngani ngoba amaciko amanengeke kusebenze ukuthi interpreting in the right language, eh?
No, you're proper. We'll guide you in the way. Proceed.
I'm confused.
Now, please fix that artificial intelligence issue. We've got a person, if you go to Google and say, please sing me a song in Vuselelo's voice, it's going to do it. Now, it does not benefit the actual owner of the voice.
Sicela nilungise nalento ye-artificial intelligence ekhona ku-online noma kwi-technology njengokuthi uma ngitshela i-technology yami system yami ukuthi ngicela ungiculele ngephimbo likaMvuselelo ikhompyutha izokhipha ngephimbo likamvuselelo umvuselelo angatholi lutho khokhelwa ngephimbo lakhe.
Now, on my second last issue,
Okwesibili sengizogcina.
Lapaya, Kamaspala in Umsunduzi, you can write that down.
Right here in Msunduzi municipality, please do note it.
There were posts. People applied.
Kwakunekhala zemsebenzi abantu ba-applya.
Now, all of those applications were frozen simply because there were so many guys who were busy gallivanting as if, well, they were masquerading as if they can put people ngongemthetho wara because abantu. Now, as a freeze one of my applications, look after and nothing has happened and nothing has been opened yet as kwenzakala those applications.
All advertised posts were frozen from last year because of irregularities.
Now,
my suggestion therefore is
that uma ngave kwenzeka ithuba livela asinikeze ke manje ukuthi siyacela abantu bakithi abasha nibaqasha kanjani.
we implore that you employ our young people, and how do you do that?
Number one, it's possible. We've seen Premier Wasegoli doing it, Tupanyaza Lusuf. There are so many schools in this province of ours and in this South Africa of ours. You can just employ traffic wardens all over. Each school has a traffic warden. That's that thing they're employed.
Just like Panyaza Lusofi of Gauteng has demonstrated, employ thousands of young people. Just to give you a classical example, there's thousands of schools in this province. Employ young people as traffic wardens. And then you are fighting the joblessness.
Now I'm on education.
And then
and it's my last point.
The
first point in education, thank you. My first point in education, wala endaweni yeshuthi abantu bala endaweni ngizaphuma sebengishaya by the way. Besicela kuxosha ublade Nzimande, which is the first thing. The second thing,
kindly fire Blade Nzimande.
It's isicelo sethu nje.
That's our request, and it's from this area.
You see now, I'll give you this thing. As a minister, who played Nzimande, unfortunately, as a minister who played Nzimande, allows UCAO to continue and unapologetically uqhubeka ukudla imali zabantu abamnyama ngokuthi baya apply simply because they are able to school.
Minister of Higher Education allows CAO to take advantage of people's money.
People were
Sicela uphinde leliphuzu ngoba basuke bajabula ngesikhathi.
no, the interpretation. I should think we had that.
So now I'll just interpret myself. Please expel that guy of Blade Nzimande because he continuously and unapologetically works with CAO in exploiting our people, our black people especially, because no Indians apply for CAO. In fact they apply for CAO, but all of them they're taken. But black people continuously, so they apply, they do late applications with a 450, they apply with 250, but that it's a very much useless institution that of CAO. Dissolve it because universities have their direct applications.
So cela nisixoshele umphathiswa uBlade Nzimande ngoba uvumele uCAO. uCAO udla imali zabantu abamnyama ngoba yibo aba-applya ngoCAO. Lezi inhlanga noma zisebenzisa kodwa zonke ziyangena. Yilezi zebala kuphela ezi-applya ngoCAO zikoko 450 noma 250 zijike zingathathu.
Now, I just say one thing. People are going to lynch me. I think you are on your 15th minute and you are supposed... No, it always works that way. It must be 3. And if I'm not going to do that to the other participants, they are going to kill me. 30 seconds for you.
No, it's fine. My 30 seconds, it's fine, but they won't kill you. I'm protecting you because I'm submitting something that is useful for them. So now it's fine. Now, nationalize NSFAS. NSFAS offices must be found in each and every province. It's impossible that we've got only one email that we're sending to NSFAS. It's impossible. How many are we in South Africa? 61 million, 62 million. It's impossible that we're applying in one institution. It's impossible. With one office in Cape Town only. Bring those offices in all provinces. Then lastly, change this thing.
Sicela ama office ka NSFAS abe khona kuzwelonke. Lingabi ne office elodwa eliseKapa su 62 million se South Africa applyele office sifake icele office elodwa eliseKapa sicela ama office ka NSFAS abe khona kuzwelonke.
From grade 1 to grade 12. Grade 1 to grade 12.
Sukela grade 1 kuya ku grade 12.
In fact, from grade 8, sorry. Oh yeah, in fact, grade 1 to grade 7, it's life skills. Then grade 8 to grade 12, it's LO. Listen, please listen carefully. Change that thing into being a
30
major subject.
seconds.
30 seconds, fine. Shintani LO ingabi main subject. Sihlezi sithi we own umhlaba. Agriculture must be the main subject if we are owning land.
Please.
What is LO asking us with? Business studies must be there also because we say we are trying to create entrepreneurs. LO teaches us we are phila uvuke udle uhambe uyoqashwa umuntu usebenze uhola impesheni ushone only ayisifundisi lutho luni sizalane sande kuphela. Fix that thing. LO must be removed. It's fine. It must be there kancane phela ibe khona as a major subject ukuthi kufundiswe uphila kanjani.
30 seconds.
Shinchano LO, remove the LO, replace it with the agriculture or with business studies because we have land here.
With speed, give it back to people. Do not come and present bills to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Listen, phinde nibuyela kithi. Nizosazisa ukuthi umphaka esinikeze wona nowusebenzile yini.
Ngizoqala ukuthanda ukubingelela.
I'll start off by greeting.
Igama lami uLucky Samkelo Shozi.
My name is Lucky Samkelo Shozi.
Ngisuka from Umdoni municipality eMzinto ngifunda la eDUT eNdumiso.
I'm from Umdoni municipality in Mzinto. I'm a student right here in DUT in Ndumiso campus.
Ngiyimember yeSASCO kanye neANC Youth League.
I'm a SASCO member and ANC Youth League member too.
Ngizothanda uqala ngivumelane namaphuzu amathathu ake aphakamiswa umvuselelo.
I would like to concur with 3 points that Mvuselelo raised.
Elokuqala yile lokuthi this room incane kakhulu ukuthi kungafika
First
abantu
one
of the House
is-
of Parliament bezo addressa umphakathi.
First one is that this hall is too small just for you just to come and consult with us.
Bese kuba yile CAO ukuthi lidla izimali zabantu ngempela.
The next one being the CEO, it's a rip-off, it's a big scam.
Mengizoyichaza kabanzi, CAO is only used ukuthi ku-apply kuma universities that are found only in KZN.
CAO is used only in KZN universities.
Muthi uthatha ukubheka if u-apply e-VAT, i-VAT if ufuna uku-apply kuyona you apply direct kuyona.
When you apply to be a student at Wits University, you apply directly.
Ngokubuza ke is that fair kubantu base KZN kwama students
And
kahle
then
kahle.
is it fair to KZN students to apply to CAO and pay?
Bese ngiza kuleli lesithathu
That
ukuthi
one,
ku-NSFAS should be found kwama province wonke in South Africa.
let's have NSFAS offices in all 9 provinces in the country.
Kungani ngisho njalo?
Why am I saying that?
Ingane ziba nama problems amaningi regarding lento ka NSFAS.
Students get a lot of problems related to NSFAS.
Then if beba nama queries, lo ma queries wabo baya kwama institutions abafunda kuona beyobuza imibuzo emphathelene no
The
NSFAS.
queries they have, they inquire from their local universities or institutions.
But impendulo zaloko abazitholi ngenxa ukuthi ioffice la NSFAS is only found eWestern Cape.
There is no response that they get from the local universities because the only NSFAS office is in Western Cape.
And logo Akusizi ngalutho sama
And
students.
that
So
doesn't help us as students.
so kungayinto enhle ngempela ukuthi ama offices expand to all provinces of South
It
Africa.
will be great to expand the office network and footprint throughout the country.
Bese ngizokhuluma ke ngikuzele mina la ngaphambili.
What I came here to submit is
Ngizothinta kakhulu kulezi zinto ezikhulunywa la kwibill engithe mangithi ngiflip ama page ngakwazi ukuthi ngibone nje imibhalane ebhalwe ngokumnyama.
I'll make reference to some of the points highlighted on the proposed bill.
Kukhona la engibone khona ukuthi the time ku create this bill le esize ngayo la kunemali that was used by abantu beParliament ukuze bakwazi ukutrain abantu who were members of the act lababizama ukuyicreate.
I noticed that there was budget that was used to train people for the old act or for the new act that is to be established.
Ngizophawula ngithi ama acts esinawo la eSouth Africa mahle kakhulu including yona le.
My take is that we've got beautiful acts in this country, including this proposed bill.
But I believe loyo mali should be used more with service delivery.
My take is that much of the budget allocation should go to service delivery.
Because masibuka across la imigaqo eminingi la in South Africa eminingi ibhidlikile, we have ama potholes. Ama potholes sesiqala ngisho ukwabona if ngisuka eThekwini going to Potchefstroom, I find that uN2 usuqala ukubhidlika. Can you imagine logo? Ukuthi transport izohamba kanjani ama transports lamaloli lawa amakhulu.
Our road infrastructure is falling apart. Even on national roads like N2, driving from Durban to Potchefstroom, you can begin to notice potholes visible on that national road. So my take is that please allocate more budget on maintenance of our infrastructure.
Ngizothinta kule ndaba yamanzi.
Also the water issue.
Umasipala bethu they are beginning ukuthi bayenze ngamabomu lento ukuthi kuhambe amanzi emphakathini eminingi ekhona. Just because they want to create ama tenders who will bring those water tankers ukuze bakwazi ukuthi bazondle zona bona ngokuthi benze ngathi bayawaletha ama water tankers kanti bayazi bona ngemumva they are creating some certain income ngokuletha lo ma water tankers.
I think our local municipalities are deliberately cutting water so that they appoint these contractors who will bring water tankers. I believe it's just a profitable scheme to get themselves employed and make money on their own with their own people, other than a service delivery of water as it's supposed to be.
Then ngizothinta kule overpopulation ekhona la eSouth Africa.
Also the issue of high influx of foreigners.
Foreigners abazilethi kwaze kwa createka leli term lelokuthi beza ngengwenya, which is not actually true.
Yeah, they don't just come anyhow. I know there's a story that they come here riding a crocodile, which is not true.
Mesizoyibhekisisa kahle la ekuqaleni kwama borders wethu where si deploy khona ama national defense force.
Let's look at our national borders where we have deployed our national defense force.
Those defense officers are asuke deployed lapha. What are they doing? Because they are deployed there to protect our borders in South Africa, to make sure that every foreign citizen who comes to South Africa, they come with ama paper abagunyazayo ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi bazongena la. But we find a lot of foreigners like loitering around our streets without like official papers ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi babe la in South Africa.
Our border control officials are not doing their job because there's a whole lot of undocumented foreigners loitering around.
Mangiyibuka lento ngehlo lengqondo indlela eyenzakala ngayo lento kunomali ethi beza ngamaborder noma begibela lamalulu abasuke bewagibela. Kunama ransoms that are being paid to our defense officers lapha kuwona.
My own assimilations is that these people are paying some monies, they are bribing their way into the country.
Okay, sebengaphakathi ke abanawo nalamaphepha la
They don't have papers.
SAPS wethu wona wenze njani
And then
ubona
what
izinto
is
ezikanje?
SAPS doing with these undocumented foreigners?
If ubenza izinto ezikanjena ke kwama defense forces ethu they are making
From the
money.
defense force,
Ngendlela
collecting money from
corrupt.
these illegal
Ma
foreigners.
SAPS ethu are not
SAPS
like
also.
protecting our streets. Gcwele nje para foreigners, they're taking our jobs, they are taking
paras,
ama entrepreneurship that are being
foreigners.
that's where gisakhula mina ngasekhaya we were like sent ukuthi siye kwama spaza shops.
Growing up as a young person, we used to be sent to spaza shops.
But ama spaza shops are all disappearing. Sesibona manje sekuthiwa awuhambe uyothenga udrink ka my friend.
And now my friends, the so-called my friends, have taken over the spaza shops.
Bonke lama foreign like citizens anama spaza shops ekuyiwona segcwele kuwona wonke lama spaza shop. Ayayikhokha yini na inte?
My question is that all those foreign nationals running spaza shops in our areas, are they paying tax?
Banayo yini amaphepha abagunyazayo ukuthi babe nalezi ipaza shop?
Are those businesses registered? Do they have permits to run these spaza shops?
Hlanga thola ke feedback on that sengaphinde ngiede kuloko sengikushilo angifuni ukube
The
sengikhuluma
day I
konke.
get feedback, I'll contribute more.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Shan. Yimela. Okay. English or Afrikaans?
English.
Okay. Right. I just want to thank the Parliament for coming,
Ngicela ukubonga iParliament ukuthi nifike lapha
to hear our views.
ukuthi nizosizwa.
Right. My name is Leslie Ngobo.
NginguLeslie Ngcobo.
Ngisuka eCaluza ka 20.
I'm from Kaluza 20 section.
Yes, I'm now on pension.
Sengidle ndala manje.
Yes, kodwa ke uCyril Ramaphosa ufaka 10 rand njalo ngonyaka.
And Cyril Ramaphosa only adds 10 rand per year at least.
Okay. The reason why I stood up,
Isizathu ukuthi ngisukumile.
it's because it's the first time that I've come across this bill.
Ngiyaqala ukuyibona le bill
Yeah.
nomthetho
This
sivivinyo.
amendment bill, yeah.
Lo
Yeah.
chibiyelo.
I suppose whoever drafted this bill, it must have taken him up or her about, let's say, about a year.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi ababesebenza behlanganisa lo mthetho sivivinyo mhlambe bawuthatha unyaka wonke behlanganisa becubungula.
But I am expected, which is 41 pages, by the way.
Kodwa ke mina ngilindele ukuthi lemqingo engamakhasi awu 41
I must read it within 10 minutes since I came here.
ukuthi angiyifunde kule mzuzu eyishumi njoba sengifikile.
Now that's being unfair.
Hayi abukho kubulungiswa lapho.
Hence, I feel that this is negotiating in bad faith.
Ingakho ngibona ngazuthi nilindele ukuthi sikhulume nani ngokungathembeki.
Hence, in the interest of justice,
Ingakho ngithi masizokwenza ke ubulungiswa.
I'm not going to pass this bill as of now,
Ngicela ungayisekeli lo mthetho sivivinyo njengamanje.
unless I'm given an opportunity to sit down at home, to go through it and scan it, and then see whatever I can propose.
Ngaphambi ukuthi nginikeze ithuba ukuthi ngiyohlala naye ekhaya. Ngicubungule bese ngiletha ke nami iphakamiso zami.
More so, because I'm made to understand that whatever we are proposing to you, you are not going to give us answers. So you are not answerable.
Ngiyaqonda ukuthi nanoma ikuphi esikuthulayo aniphenduli okwamanje.
Hence, I want to know if I've sat down in my lounge and then read this right through and feel comfortable, or I've got concerns, where do I then send them to?
Engifisa ukwazi ukuthi uma sengihlalile kwami ke ngayicubungula lo mthetho sivivinywa kwaba khona izinto engiyiqaphelayo engifuna ukuzisho ngishona phi ke nalezo zinto.
Please do respond to that.
Ngiyacela ukuthi ungihole lapho.
Yeah. The crux of the matter is, the angle where I'm coming from,
Ngiqhamuka ngaleli phuzu enginalo
that for the best part of my life,
ukuthi impilo yami nje yonke
I have been noticing people conducting census in our areas.
bengihlale ngibona kwenziwa ama census kubalwa abantu endaweni zethu.
The purpose being that the government wants to know how many people are in the country
Ukuze uhulumeni ezokwazi bangaka abantu abasezweni.
so that they could satisfy service delivery requests.
Ukuze bezokwazi ukuthi idingo zingaka uhulumeni uzokwenza okungaka.
The question is,
Umbuzo manje uthi
is our government right now aware how many people are here in the country?
umbuzo ukuthi lo hulumeni esinawo njengamanje bayazi ukuthi bangaka abantu esinabo kulelizwe njengamanje.
I don't think they know it because
Angicabangi ukuthi bayazi.
because when I wake up in the morning at home,
Uma ngivuka ekseni lapha kwami
I always hear people, umshanelo, umshanelo. Nabantu, they're not even registered in the country.
I hear people shouting umshanelo umshanelo this la abantu abamemezayo la shouting brooms and everywhere ababhale ndawo la izweni.
Unless our government is receiving foreign direct investments to help these people who come into the country illegally.
Ngaphandle kuma ukuthi uhulumeni wethu khona ama FDIs abatholayo imali evela kwamanye amazwe ezinzuzo kuyi ukuthi lokhu kwenibawola laba bantu nibamukela ngesantsa.
Exactly. If I can ask, am I protected in terms of this act? Because I'm a whistleblower now. I can see the camera is looking at me.
Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi lo mthetho uyangivikela yini njengamanje njengoba ngicula njengamanje ngimemezela izinto.
As a whistleblower.
Ngivikelekile njengomuntu oletha ulwazi olubalekile nobelingaziwa yini ngivikelekile.
Thank you.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much. Can I then answer the question? I think it's important. There was an extension for this bill, so I think it was up to the 15th of this month, and at any time you can submit to the Secretariat. You can just go to them, you get the contact details where you can submit your inputs. And as you said you are not supporting now. You must support it so that you must be protected. That is the bill that is going to protect.
The elections.
Abafuna ukuthula izinto ayibhalwe phansi nanti itafula lapha lizonitshela ukuthi nibhalela bani ukuze izimvo zenu zizwakala.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
Greetings to the house.
Sibingelele kwindlu yonke.
My name is Bonelo Majola.
Igama lami uSibonelo Majola.
And I lead SASCO, their duty, PMP.
Ngihola uSASCO eDUT la eMaritzburg.
So, in the institutions of higher learning,
Kuyikhungo lezi zemfundo eziphakemeyo.
as students, we are facing very serious issues.
Njengabafundi sibhekene nezingqinamba ezibucayi.
And one of those issues is the curriculum that is no longer responsive to our issues as young people.
Enye esibhekene nayo nqangi uhlelo lwezifundo esinazo ezingasizi kumzima esibhekene nabo njengezwe.
So now, that irrelevance of the curriculum contributes a lot to youth unemployment.
Le curriculum eshaya eceleni yiyo eyenza ukuthi izinga labafundi abaphasile babe omahlalela.
So we would like to request to the parliament that they really consider this thing of freeing education, because when we talk about free education, we're not just talking about NSFAS and finances. We're also talking about the introduction of education that is going to assist us to be employable or to capacitate ourselves in the sector of businesses.
Uma sikhuluma nge-free education noma imfundo mahala, asikhulumi nje kuphela ngo-NSFAS nosizo olutholakalayo, kodwa sikhuluma ukuthi sinikeni imfundo esaziyo ukuthi siyakwazi ngayo ukuthola imisebenzi noma isinikeza ulwazi olufanele ukuthi singaqala amabhizinisi.
Okay, so there I didn't mean that imfundo yamahala by free education. I meant ukukhululwa kwemfundo.
Okay, when I said free education, I meant the decolonization of education.
Okay, so iphoni lokugcina lithi this intelligence that you are talking about, can it be part of the solution to the problem that I just presented?
My last point is that this proposed bill for intelligence, can it also talk to our education systems from curriculums and decolonization?
Yes, take this intelligence, introduce it to the institutions that are already existing.
Let the intelligence services give guidance and a direction to existing educational institutions.
Okay, thank you very much. I submit.
Siyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.
Sanibona njani?
Greetings, how are you doing?
Ngizobingelela ivakashi lethu nezikhulu zethu,
I agree.
ngibingelele nomphakathi wonke, ngibingelele ne-interpreter yethu.
I greet our guest and the community at large and the interpreter.
Igama uThabi
I
Makubane.
like that one. It's for the first time that the interpreter was greeted.
Awu siyambongela uTolika zabingelelwe naye, siyabonga.
Have to recognize him, uyena ozokwenza ukuthi i-message yami izwakale.
You'll help me with putting my message across.
Okay, bese ngishilo ukuthi nguThabi ngowakaMagubane.
I am Thabi Makubane.
I would like to ukuthi ngisho ukuthi ngineminyaka emingaki. I'm 37 years old.
Ngineminyaka 37.
Ngilo ngasaqasheki.
I'm that one who is not employable any longer.
Okay, I have the qualification, I have the experience, kukhona konke.
Ngifundile
But
impela.
angisaqasheki.
Kodwa futhi ngiye ngasebenza, but I'm no longer employable.
Besacela ke ukuthi lo mthetho nawo ukuthi ukubhekelelwa ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani kuleyo.
We request you revisit that particular clause or particular law.
We do understand kuningi government akuzamayo nemthetho ayifakayo ukuzama lapha na lapha.
We understand there's many laws government may pass and there's many attempts that they are making here and there.
But still we feeling neglected ngoba akuthina sonke whom are business minded abangakhona nokwenza izinto ezithile.
Noma kunjalo sibona sibaningi sisele ngaphandle because not all of us are business minded who are entrepreneurial who can start businesses from the ground.
Then bese kuba ile mthetho lo osivikelayo thina mphakathi from ekubulaweni namaphoyisa.
And also would like to make reference to a law that protects us from being killed by police.
Ama cases whereby umuntu ubulawe iphoyisa, they never see the daylight.
There is many cases where people will be killed by police and there is no repercussions.
Kuloko ke ngizocela bandla ukuthi mhlawumbe kubhekeleleke kakhulu. Then bese ngixolisa ukuthi angikwazanga ukufunda lo mqingo wonke isikhathi besisincane.
Kindly revisit the points that I've submitted and I also apologize for not going through this entire document.
Then bese kuba a crime, I think it's crime though, ku NSFAS.
Kunobugebengu obenzakalayo lapha ku NSFAS.
Umntwana uzothathwa esikoleni ahambe ayofunda expecting ukuthi ufandiwe uNSFAS. Yonke into is saying you are funded.
A student will get an approval that you're funded by NSFAS.
then bathola abanye abantwana imali angayithola umntwana imali.
You find others receiving their allowances, this particular one not getting any.
Kuze kuphela 6 months lutho imali.
Up until 6 months pass without any NSFAS allowances reaching this particular accepted student.
Uma ifonele ema head office balethe statement uthi siyakukhokhela wena.
When the student calls head office, there is proof that and evidence that no, we are paying you.
Besizocela ukuthi kube khona umthetho futhi ke ozoprotecta noma ulandelele ukuthi imali ziyafika yini noma ziyabafana labantu ekufanele
We
bafane.
request a particular law that will actually hold NSFAS accountable to say anyone who is approved for an NSFAS ultimately does get the funding.
Mind you ke ngikhuluma ngengane yomuntu ono 37 ongaqasheki ongasebenzi.
Please remember that I'm talking about a child of a 37-year-old parent who cannot be employed, who is not employable and who's not working at this point.
Okay, the last point, I don't know whether it fits in here or it doesn't.
Elokugcina
Then-
angikho sho ukuthi noma liyangena la noma lingena kodwa ngicela ukulisho.
Kuyazala emhlabeni. Mhlawumbe bekungase kube khona umthetho ozothi i-household ne-household noma umuntu wesifazane nomuntu wesifazane ingane okufanele ube nazo zigcina ku3 zigcina ku4.
Can we have laws in this country that talk to birth control?
Ngizosho ukuthi kungani ngisho njalo.
Okay, just wait for the interpreter.
Can we have laws that regulate birth control? That a woman maybe can give birth to 3 or 4 children? I have my reasons why I'm saying that.
We may blame government saying kugcwele amaphara but ithini esizalayo.
Sizosola uhulumeni sithi sinenkinga yamaphara, yet it's us who are giving birth to these children who become paras.
Ezethu lezi ngane.
These are our own children.
Okay, ukwenza umzekelo omfishane.
To make a short example,
During lockdown kwavulwa indawo kwathathwa amaphara afakwa ndawonye ambulala umuntu wayewagadile.
during the lockdown, these 3 young people called paras were put in one place, in one center with a caretaker. They killed that caretaker.
So if kuukuthi mina bekuukuthi ingane engizoba nazo zanele ukuthi ngikwazi ukuyifida ngikhulise mhlawumbe ngaba sikho la sikhona njengamanje.
I personally think, I'm of the view that if there was a law regulating how many children can I have, children that I can be able to afford, the issue of paras could perhaps be controlled somehow.
Sengigcina
In my conclusion,
nepoverty ke nayo beyizoncipha ngoba the more uzala the more isimo sibanzima. Ngiyabonga.
and the poverty levels could be controlled in some measure, because the more children you have, the poorer you are because of responsibilities that increase. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the last round.
Sibonge kakhulu bekumzuliswano wokugcina lona.
There were very interesting inputs that were given here.
Kube ningi okuhle okushiwo.
As I said earlier on, it's not for us to answer or reply to the inputs. We only came here to listen.
Njobe ngishilo ekuqaleni thi asizile ukuzophendula kodwa sizolalela kwenikushoyo.
And after all this, a report is going to be written, consolidated. All the inputs are going to be consolidated.
Uma sesiqedile kunomqingo ezokhipha zonke izimvo zenu zibalulwe lapho.
Those that are not directly focused on this bill,
Leyo mbono ibingakhulumi nalomthetho esivivinyo esihlangene ngawo namhlanje.
As you were aware, some of the inputs belong to national departments.
Njengoba nazi ezinye izinto ebenzisho ezikahulumeni kazwelonke.
Different departments,
Iminyango
health,
ehlukahlukene, ezempilo,
education,
ezemfundo,
higher education.
imfundo ephakemeyo.
Some were directly to Parliament itself, the National Assembly and the NCOP.
Amanye eqondene neParliament impela iNational Assembly NCOP.
Some, as you could see, belong to the provincial government and their departments.
Amanye aqonde kuhulumeni wesifundazwe kanye neminyango yakhona ehlukene.
Some belong to the district municipality.
Amanye omasipala la bezifunda.
Some to the local municipalities.
Amanye komasipala basemakhaya.
But they will all be in a report and they will be sent to the relevant areas.
Zonke zoba zikhona kumqingo wethu noma kumbiko wethu futhi zithunyelwe kwiminyango eqondene nefanekileyo.
I think we have come to the end of the public participation process. Can I hear if there are announcements?
Ngicabanga sifike egcineni ukuthi sizwe imvo zenu namhlanje ngabe sinazo imemezelo.
Those that have got the pink stickers must remain in here. There will be some announcements from the table there.
Nina nonke eninestika ezipinki sinyacela ukuthi nihlale ehlalweni zenu ningasuki khona enizohlethelwa khona.
Can I then declare the meeting closed?
Ngicela ukumemezela ukuthi umhlangano usuyaguqa.